30 years ago, a whole group of new faces entered our lives. They included an aggressive young lady and a wise little boy with a blanket, a babysitter with more sophistication than most adults, and a young man who never, ever stops trying. And, of course, the secret hero we all want to be. All these faces came to us from a single source, the pen of this man, the creator of Peanuts, Charles Schulz. Are you ever surprised at the immense success of Peanuts?
No. I've said before that it's a lot like, I suppose, Arnold Palmer. When he decided to play golf, he knew he was going to win the National Open. No, I'm surprised.
Are you a positive thinker? Did you know going in you had something?
I had always hoped it. I had the desire to draw a good comic strip ever since I was probably about 6 years old. And
did your first comic strip ever resemble what you're presently doing?
I used to draw superheroes and Batman type things. I drew some war comic strips, all sorts of things. Kids finally sold. So I draw kids because that's what the Saturday Evening Post, which was the first magazine ever to buy my work, bought. So I just kept on drawing kids.
We have a copy of your humble beginnings as a cartoonist.
Oh, yeah.
Tell us about this, would you?
I had kind of a wild dog whom we used to call Spike when I was 13 years old. And he literally ate all of these crazy things there, pins, tacks, razor blades, and things like that. He was totally uncontrollable. And so Snoopy, when he finally was born, was patterned something after Spike there, the markings, the dark ears, and maybe I just gave Snoopy one spot on the back, but basically this is the dog that Snoopy is.
That inspired Snoopy,
inspired by, yeah.
How did the Peanuts gang, especially Charlie Brown, get started?
I wanted Charlie Brown to be an everyman sort of person. When I was a little kid, I thought that I was so bland that if I walked down the street and I bumped into a schoolmate or something, that he wouldn't recognize me because I had such an ordinary face. And this is what I wanted Charlie Brown to have. Just a big, round, ordinary face with no character in it at all. Of course, he's named after a very close friend of mine in Minneapolis. And I think I have either made his life or destroyed it. I've never been able to figure out what.
What does he say? Does he say you've destroyed his life?
He was on
Charlie Brown in Minneapolis?
Yeah, he was on to tell the truth once, and he baffled them all. They didn't know who he was.
Now, we have one of the earliest strips with Charlie in it. Can we see that, please? Yeah. Well, here comes old Charlie Brown. Good old Charlie Brown. Yes, sir. Good old Charlie Brown. Oh, that's wonderful.
That was a long time ago. I think that was the very first strip that was ever run. And I got a letter of complaint on it. So here I was.
What was the complaint, huh?
They didn't like hatred in comic strips. I worked for 27 years to sell the comic strip. The very first one that is printed, I get a letter of complaint.
Charlie's changed so over the years. Would you draw him as he is today?
It's quite a challenge. It's a hard head to draw. Whenever they talk about somebody else drawing Charlie Brown, I always say, well, just draw that head. Because it's not quite a circle. I don't know what it is. Here he is in his baseball cap.
You know what I love? When Lucy put up the stand and gave psychiatric treatment for a nickel. I thought that was great.
It's gone up now. It's up to about 27 cents. Yeah. The advice is still the same, but it costs more.
Oh, also when she got him to kick the football always and pulled it out from underneath him.
This is Charlie Brown in an old pose. He used to claim that he had the most important position on his team. He always stood here between innings to see that the foul balls didn't roll down the sewer.
Where did the ideas come from?
I just sit and think them up. I look into space, or I recall old memories, bad things that have happened to me. You know how bad things happen to us. Yeah. And lonely times, happy times. And a lot of it is just taking a blank piece of paper like this and maybe drawing in a curb and having that, just the act of drawing it in inspires something funny to you. If it doesn't, you tear it off and you throw it away and you draw Snoopy on top of the doghouse or something like that. You're just kind of feeling your way along, and all of a sudden something occurs to you. If you can't do that, if you cannot literally sit down with a blank piece of paper and come up with an idea within 5 or 10 minutes, I don't think you'll ever make it as a cartoonist. You have to be able cold-bloodedly to do this.
You know what interests me? Everyone has a favorite Peanuts character. And they all seem to be equally important.
Well,
do you find that true, or do you think Charlie Brown is the lead?
I like to think that Charlie Brown holds it all together. Whenever I do little stories.
Kind of like a talk show host.
Yeah, like. Yeah.
That's just a old patch of glue in there, holding it all together.
He holds it together. Snoopy could very easily run away with the strip, he and Woodstock. Yeah. But I hold them down. I don't let them do it.
Do the kids, my kids are crazy about Snoopy. Chastity loves to dress Snoopy in his little outfits. You know, he's got wonderful outfits.
Yeah. It's very gratifying to know that we have this broad range of audience, because not only the little kids, but older people.
What is it demographically? How does it break down demographically, do you know?
I think probably 50% children, and then from there on, just all different age groups and all different professions, psychiatrists, ministers, athletes. And this is the most gratifying part of the whole business.
I like the fact that they're so articulate, the characters. Now, draw Snoopy for us, would you please?
Snoopy's fun to draw. This won't scare you when I rip this off.
No.
I think Snoopy's my favorite.
He threw it away!
No!
I saw a chalk talk artist.
Well, then I get to have Snoopy.
Oh, okay.
I saw a chalk talk artist do that when I was in high school, and that always impressed me.
Throw it on the front.
Threw it away.
You were so casual, you knew that people were going to
Because he can just draw it any old time he wants to. Just sit home and draw them,
you can't pick up one of these copies off the floor, one of the originals.
Oh. He's going to be dancing, right?
Yes.
I love it when he dances. It drives me crazy when Snoopy dances.
How do you know he's going to be by his ears?
Because I can tell by his ears and the look on his face. That's the same feeling I get when I dance. It's gay abandon.
You danced with Dom DeLuise yesterday. Your ears were flying the same way.
Oh.
There he is.
I love him.
Oh, he's so great. In all these years, which cartoon got the most reaction?
Probably the one where the kids were lying on top of this knoll looking up at the clouds. They quoted, or Linus quotes various things. Are we going to run a film clip of this, or do you want me to explain the whole thing?
Yes, but all of us have done this as kids at some time or another. It's wonderful.
And Lucy turns to Linus and Charlie Brown, and she says, why don't we try to say what we imagine that we see in the clouds?
Okay,
and this is what the film clip
we have the
show.
animated version of this roll.
Aren't the clouds beautiful? They look like big balls of cotton. I could just lie here all day and watch them drift by. If you use your imagination, you could see lots of things in the cloud formations. What do you think you see, Linus?
Well, those clouds up there look to me like the map of the British Honduras on the Caribbean. That cloud up there looks a little like the profile of Thomas Eakins, the famous painter and sculptor. And that group of clouds over there gives me the impression of the stoning of Stephen. I can see the Apostle Paul standing there to one side.
Uh-huh, that's very good. What do you see in the clouds, Charlie Brown?
Well, I was going to say I saw a ducky and a horsey, but I changed my mind.
We'll be right back with more Peanuts.